What's up, everybody? Chris from Full Steam Designs. So it seems like nowadays everybody thinks they're a sawyer, and because of that, there's a ton of slabs out there that are just really poor quality, and sometimes you can get them cheap, but sometimes if you don't know what you're doing, you'll end up paying a little too much for them. And this is the story of one of those slabs. So I got this before I knew what I was doing. This is a decent sized piece of pecan. And it may be hard to tell, but it kind of dips down, especially right here under my elbow. You can see it really dips and had a ton of bark inclusion, and it just really was junk. So I probably shouldn't have bought it in the first place. But I decided that since I had it and it's been sitting around for a couple years, I was going to turn it into something. And the best thing I could come up with is to turn it into a pretty large charcuterie board. This seemed like the perfect thing to use this for. It's pretty hard wood. You can see here it's pretty hard to cut, and it's definitely putting my jigsaw through the paces. Now that I've got the rough shape cut out, I need to start refining it. And I thought the best tool for the job would be this oscillating belt sander that I have. And while it worked pretty good, I've got it mounted a little too high. It's just temporarily mounted on this table. So it wasn't really working out for me. I ended up switching over to a belt sander and doing a lot of the work with that. But there's a ton of tools that you can use for this. This tool here is used for various restoration work. It's got a drum in it. It works great for removing material quick, but it's a little hard to keep everything even. Here I am using the belt sander, which I ended up doing most of the work with. Card scrapers, like I'm about to use here, really work nice once you get that shape refined a little bit. That's a real nice way to clean them up. And now I needed to surface the top and bottom. I thought I was going to use my new drum sander for that, but I bought it used and it needs a little bit of work before I'm going to be able to use it. And it's also a little small for this. So I ended up switching back to the belt sander and then just going to one of my palm sanders. And you just want to be careful here to make sure you're not, removing material uneven. A good way to make sure that you are removing it evenly is draw some lines across it and just work until those lines disappear and then move on to another area. This is a good time to fill any holes if you have some. I'm just using a little bit of black CA glue here, and I'll come back through with some of this activator. And then while I'm sanding, the excess will get removed. I wanted to add a hole here just to have a handle to grab onto. So I kind of drew like a rough shape of what I wanted. Then I came through with a couple Forstner bits and used my jigsaw to hog out the rest of the material. And just make sure you have an extra piece of material behind those Forstner bits so when you break through you don't get a bunch of chip out. Next I come through and I put a chamfer on all the edges. This is a 45-degree chamfer. You can just do a round over if you like. I just thought this was kind of classy looking. I do this to both sides, and then I come through and sand everything really nicely. I just keep sanding until everything feels good. Just keep rubbing your hand over it, make sure you're not catching on anything. And I think this here is one of the most important parts. I use just some homemade beeswax and mineral oil that I mix up. I do a 4-to-1 ratio, and it works really nice. It soaks into the wood really well. It's a nice natural finish. Don't have to worry about any chemicals or anything like that, and it's super cheap to make. So if you want to make some of that, just make sure that you get some food grade mineral oil and beeswax. I like buying the beeswax in pellet form, and I do 4 cups of the mineral oil to 1 cup of the beeswax pellets. And I just heat that on my stove until the beeswax melts. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you learned something from it. Big shout out to these guys here for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I always try to get back to everybody on there. And if you liked this video, I'd really appreciate it if you checked out the next one that YouTube has queued up for you.